high. In the first and second parts of the standard 4 melodic scales will be used. These scales will change one after another in the same sequence, and this is what will facilitate the formation of phrases. The only difficulty is that these scales will need to be changed every 2 beats, that is, follow exactly the chords of the standard. Of course, phrases are a very important component of improvisation, but an even more important component is to understand what the musician is thinking. All phrases are based on some scales, so knowledge of these scales is very important for an improviser. First chord in B flat major. I'll treat it as a D minor. This is the 3rd degree of B flat major. There are 3 notes the same as in B flat major. I'll play a D melodic minor scale over B flat major. Next chord, G dominant. Here, I will play the A flat melodic scale or the altered G. In fact, this is the same scale. It just starts from different notes. The next one is C minor. Here we play C melodic minor. On F dominant, we play F sharp melodic minor or F altered. I repeat that this is the same scale. The next 2 measures are D minor, G dominant, C minor, and F dominant. And at this point, we again play the same scales that we played before. In this video, we will look only at scales, and we will look at the formation of phrases from these scales in the next video, so stay tuned. Next is F minor, and of course you can play F melodic, but it's important for us to stay on the same scales that were before. We on F minor can stay on the D melodic scale. Why so? The fact is that F minor is nothing more than D half diminished. And half diminished is D minor with a diminished 5th. It's basically a D minor chord. So we can stay on the D minor melodic scale. Next, B flat dominant. We play the A flat melodic scale, which, as in the previous measures, follows after the D melodic. The B flat and G chords are united by a diminished concept, so they are related. So you can safely play the G altered scale on the B flat dominant. The next one is a flat dominant. The flat dominant is essentially a major chord, and this in turn is parallel major to C minor. Let's play C melodic. A flat dominant. The chords of flat dominant and F dominant are connected by a diminished concept, so they are related. Here we play F sharp melodic or F altered. In the first volta, we again play D minor, G dominant, C minor, and F dominant. Again, we return to the scales that we played before. In the second volta, we play C minor and F dominant, and accordingly play C melodic minor. And on F dominant, we play F sharp melodic minor. Now the bridge. The situation here is not entirely simple, and for many musicians, this information will be completely new. You have to understand that any dominant is the 5th degree of some tonality. In this case, D dominant is the 5th degree of G major. On the D dominant, we will think about the turnaround of the key of G major. It is 1-6-2-5 steps, and we will play scales that correspond to these chords. In the first 2 beats, we will think of G major. The next 2 beats, we will think of a dominant, then a minor, and only then D dominant. Our D dominant lasts 2 bars. We need to give melodic movement to a chord that has been standing still for a long time. For the first 2 beats, we will be in a melodic minor. Next, we shift the scale up half a tone and get the F melodic minor scale, which we use to play with the E dominant, the 6th degree of G major. Then, we play a melodic minor for the second step, and a flat melodic minor for the D dominant. The next chord is G dominant. We will use the same logic that we used before. We will consider G dominance as the 5th degree of C major, and accordingly, on top of it, we will play scales 1-6-2-5 in the key of C major. So we play the first 2 beats in a melodic. We shift the next 2 beats up half a tone and get a melodic B flat playing off the A dominant. Then D melodic minor for D minor. And a flat melodic minor for G dominant. Next, we repeat everything for the C dominant. Consider it as the 5th degree of F major and play over it the scales from the F major turnaround. Just as in previous cases, in the first 2 beats, we will play a parallel minor to the chord F major, D minor melodic scale. Then half a tone up, this is E flat melodic minor. The first 2 beats of the next bar are G melodic minor, and then D flat melodic on the next 2 beats for the C dominant. Well, in conclusion, this is F dominant. Also consider it as the 5th step of the key of B flat major, and think about the 1-6-2-5 step of this key. Play in the first 2 beats of the phrase G melodic minor, then a flat melodic minor, further C melodic minor 2 beats, and on F dominant a flat melodic minor. Well, let's move on to the final part. This part is exactly the same as in the beginning, so we remain on the same scales that we played in the beginning. In the next bars, we return to the same scales. As you can see, we are playing the same scales for all these chords, as if moving in a circle. Thank you for your attention. I hope this video helped you understand what scales phrases are built on.